You know what I have noticed after years of working with families living with FND or functional neurological disorder? The families who recover do not necessarily have fewer symptoms, surprise, or better doctors, or more resources, surprise, surprise. They just do a few key things differently. And those differences, small at first, completely change the direction of recovery. And I've seen it so many times. So in this video, I'm going to share what those families who recover actually do differently. 7 things to be specific, and what keeps other families stuck, and how to build habits that help your teen retrain their brain and body faster. And if this kind of clarity helps, please make sure to like this video and subscribe. And I post new videos every week to help families move from fear and confusion to calm, structure, and real progress. So thank you in advance. Now let's go. Hi, my name is Dr. Lee. I'm a pediatric health psychologist and the founder of Teen FND Academy, which is an online coaching program to help teens with FND and their parents, just like you, to retrain the brain and body, restore function, and get their lives back. I do this work not only because I love it, but because I believe recovery from FND is 100% possible. I've seen it one too many times. So let's talk about the first big difference. All right, this is probably by far the biggest difference: a retraining mindset versus a managing mindset. So let me walk you through it. So families who recover approach FND as something to retrain, not something to manage. Okay, so the managing mindset sounds like this: well, let's avoid triggers because those are not good, or let's wait for symptoms to calm down first, or let's just keep things comfortable for our child. It's well-intentioned, I get it, but it teaches the brain that safety means doing less and basically need to be still. However, families who recover replace that with a retraining mindset. I call it a hero mindset in my program. How can we help the brain learn safety while living in it in life? How can we move calmly through daily function? How can we model confidence, not caution? These shift from protection to progression is literally the foundation of recovery, and that is non-negotiable if you want to get better. Second part, they focus on function, not symptoms. Okay, so the families who recover, they understand recovery is not measured by how few symptoms show up. It is 100% measured by how much function comes back. So they don't celebrate only symptom-free days, although you might want to, but instead they celebrate days their teen walked longer, laughed more, went to school, or bounced back faster. So all of these things are function-based measures. They understand the function first, then symptoms follow. Because every time their teen moves calmly through normal life, the brain gets a clear message: hey, we're safe. I'm safe here. And that is what the rewiring system looks like. Now, third point, they stay consistent even when it's hard and rough and tumble. Here's the truth. Everyone feels motivated at the beginning, like everybody. But recovery does not happen from what you do occasionally or one and done. It happens from what you do consistently on a regular basis. So the families who recover, they keep practicing even on tough days, especially on tough days. They treat every flare as an opportunity to rehearse and practice that new pattern they have learned in practice. They understand that one bad day is not a failure. It is actually a feedback. And then feedback is how the brain learns. So that is how they recover. You'll never feel ready for recovery, just to be clear. You become ready by doing it over and over until that new wiring sticks. Number 4, they regulate together, not separately. So let me tell you a little bit more about this. So the families who recover practice calmness and then regulation reset as a team. Parents do not just tell their teen to regulate. They model it. They stay grounded during episodes. They lower their voices. They move slowly, breathe calmly and slowly, and show the brain this is safe. This is how it's done. They understand that the whole household is a nervous system. So when parents regulate, teens follow fast. faster. So the regulation is not just an individual skill, it is a family skill. So they do this together, not just tell their kid, hey, you're supposed to practice this, but we're not gonna do that. Number 5, they replace fear with curiosity. So what does that mean? So families who recover are curious instead of afraid. What does that mean? Let me tell you. So when symptoms flare, they don't ask, why is this happening again? They actually ask, what can we practice here? Like, what is a learning lesson here? That one question changes the energy from fear to learning. Now, it takes time, but they do it. Fear shuts the brain down for everybody. However, curiosity opens it up as an opposite. And an open brain is a retrainable brain. Ta-da, right? Number 6, they don't wait for motivation. They actually build the momentum. So let me tell you more about this. The motivation, did you know, is a feeling, but the momentum is actually a habit that you can build. So families who recover do not wait for the perfect day or the perfect moment, the perfect doctor or the perfect timing. They start small, stay calm, and keep going. So they do not wait. So if you're still like, I don't know what to do, I'm not sure, we're just gonna keep talking and then see how we do. You're in or you're out. It's the precise thing that you're making a decision whether to recover or not. Okay, so these families, they stay calm and they keep going because the brain literally learns best from repeated safe experiences, not from waiting for ideal conditions. And I've seen it so many times and I can almost like see through like I'm an oracle or something, you know, but that's really true. Recovery rewards consistency, not intensity. The Family Guide shares a handful of practical strategies to help you get out of this survival mode. And it shows why our structured approach gets such a strong result. Grab it from the description below. It is free. Last point, number 7, these families lead with hope and structure. So what does that mean? Finally, families who recover never confuse hope with wishful thinking. Their hope is active, structured, and focused. They don't just say, well, we hope things get better. They say, we are following a plan that makes things better. See those differences? Huge. And that's what we teach inside Teen FND Academy, how to turn hope into a clear daily plan. I literally have a daily menu plan in my program that builds communication between the brain and body step by step. Because recovery is not random at all. It is retrainable with structure. So here's the takeaway. Families who recover do not wait for change. They create it. They focus on function. They regulate together as a team. That's why parents are part of the program that is required. They practice with consistency, even on a hard day, especially on a hard day. They replace fear with curiosity, and they lead with calm, structured hope that is predictable. And that's what builds freedom, confidence, and guess what? Lasting recovery with resilience. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start leading differently as a parent, because when the family changes, the brain inevitably changes, whether they like it or not. If you want to see how my full program of Teen FND Academy works and how it's helping families resolve FND for real, then watch the video linked in the description box below. Remember, you're not broken, your teen is not broken, your brain and the body can learn, and you can do this together. So you don't have to do this again alone ever. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.